Hello, everyone. It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. We just have Therese tonight. We were originally supposed to have Alex, but he's probably going to be taking the rest of the month off. So you get the two of us, which is sick. So Therese, how's it going?
Going good. Feeling bad for Alex,
Yeah,
but
we
gotta do
knew
what you
last
gotta
minute.
do.
Yeah, my man has to wake up at like 5 a.m. So big oof. Send some love in the chat. Let him know it's good. But we are doing part 3 of Stray Kids. I know this has been a long time coming for all of you Stray Kids fans, so sorry for the delay. But we're here, though. That's what matters. So I'm
We're
excited.
here, and I created this playlist based off of the comments from the previous videos. So if you
Woo.
guys think I missed anything, that's on you. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I only added like I think one song that I really like. That's a unit song,
Hmm.
but I am going to focus more on each of them and their solo stuff. And then we'll get some unit stuff, and then finally
The
the
new album.
newest music video and the newest promoted B-side and their performance at the Billboard Music Awards.
Very cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know they performed at the Billboard Music Awards. That's actually
Yeah, they
pretty
performed
incredible.
at the BBMAs and the VMAs this year. It's kind of crazy to see.
Yeah, hopefully, we'll see what happens next year. I feel like you know, they're obviously rising to the occasion. So, I mean, with every other like boy group being in military status, I feel like they have a good momentum going for them. So,
They're
best.
kind of seniors at this point
Oh, okay.
in the industry. It's weird to see. I watched the Mama Awards last night and the night before. I was curious what was going on in there, and it was a lot of like new groups, but they're not new groups. They're senior groups. I just know them as new groups based on when I got into K-pop.
Ah,
So
okay.
yeah, Stray Kids, they didn't actually attend or perform, but they're in the same seniority level as the people that got like a lot of the top awards. So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, I think we'll start off with the first one, which is easy. I this was you're gonna have to refresh me a little bit, Therese. This was
Oh, right.
I don't know how far after we were in part 2, so
Yeah, this
it's
was
been a
one
little
that
bit.
someone requested from what was it? It must have been part 1 from their
Oh,
Go Live album where they did Do Do Do. So, this is on that same album. It's just a B-side.
oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll get into easy then.
Yeah.
내 맘대로 왜 뭐라거나 말거나 쉬거나 위거나 모든 내 깜대로 왜 쉽게 다 깽판 치고서 단판 하나씩 다 깨고 재패하게 뭐 내키는 대로 눈에 보이는 걸로 하지 뭐를 해도 내겐 좋아 보이고 내가 고른 것은 후회 따윈 없어 그냥 닥치는 대로 굴러가자 let it flow 동서남북 어디든지 다 부셔버려 Don't care 어쩌라고 그냥만 외워 챙긴 부분 없이 lose your mind 남들이 뭐라 해도 so what 얻고 놀자 먹고 놀자 어떤 말이 오게든지 live your life 뭐든지 처벌하던 knockout match 느낌이 가는 대로 play now match 어딜 가도 너무 easy I just make it easy me say well 작은 말도
Ooh.
모르고 사는
Okay.
다 버리고 가 me say well 선을 치는 가는 치는 bring it out 다 쓸어버리고 가 Come and watch me now 언제라도 now I'ma make it look It's so easy Come and watch me now 어디서든 다 당황할 거야 할 거야 It's so easy 시작까지 유언했으니까 이젠 좀 여유롭게 놀까 날 향한 올라란 철로가 독하고 고독했던 시간은 그냥 팔로가 바람 따라가다 보니 원한 대로 말한 대로 나도 이렇게 쉽게 되는 일이 없다는 말에 심스러워져 의심병이 돌아 호기심을 자극해요 없고 놀래 엄마 몰래 다 없고 놀래 모두 놀래 양성이라서 밤에 날아다녀 양성이라서 밤에도 복잡한 마법의 성성 마법을 부리고 마성의 소리를 어디든 뭐든지 처벌하던 knockout match 느낌이 가는 대로 play now match 어딜 봐도 너무 easy I just make it easy say wow. 뭐라든 말든 뭐라고 살든 look at me now. 다 풀어버리고 가. You say wow. 손보내 치든 개도에 치든 look at me now. 다 쓸어버리고 가. Come and watch me now. 언제라도 now. I'ma make you look, make you look. It's so easy. Come and watch me now. 어디서든 다 당황할 거야, 할 거야. It's so easy. 잘난 척은 아픈 것만 먹고 뭐해. 용감만 못한 이거 싹 다 역전해. 판을 키워보자 네가 원한 대로. 아님 내 식대로. Let's go.
Ooh, okay.
Let's go. 없고 놀래 엄마 놀래가 없고 놀래. 언제라도 나 I'ma make you look, make you look. It's so easy. Come and watch me now. 어디서든 다 당황할 거야, 할 거야. It's so easy.
All right, guys, that was Easy by Stray Kids. This was interesting because I feel like for me, like I have not, just in the off chance that we were gonna do part 3 for this, which I kind of had a feeling we were. I was like, let me not listen to Stray Kids like full albums, stuff like that, because normally what I'll do is if I know we're gonna be taking an extended break from listening to them because they don't have something down the pipeline, I'll usually just go and listen to the albums in full. Which I didn't do for I haven't done for Stray Kids yet, so it's been really fun to kind of just wait and like listen to some of the B-sides and stuff with Therese, which has been awesome.
Oh, dang. I kind of wish that you were checking them out on the side while I put this playlist together.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were going to do, so I just kind of like I checked out. I went back and checked out like the main title tracks for the most part, up till God's Menu, and then I kind of like I kind of just stopped because I was like, well, in the off chance we do new stuff, I don't want to like spoil myself or anything, so I just kind of listened to a lot of the just title tracks. But it's been a little bit since we've done a lot of other groups in between that time, so I feel like every new group that we talk about like twice a week, I'm usually listening to that group in some sort of frequency. So I'm always like moving Stray Kids further back in the timeline. So I'm hoping that after this now I'll jump back into Stray Kids again. But it was interesting going back and listening to some of the older stuff, because I think for me, like, it's so crazy to see the dynamics between like this song and like God's Menu now from where I like stopped at, and I'm like, wow, they've like matured much more. I think like the songwriting has gotten more like punchy, or like the way that they kind of go about different things has been really interesting. So I love that a lot. This was very good. Really enjoyed like I feel like I've always enjoyed this a lot with the guys groups, is their choreo. As much as I love like the girls groups choreo, I think guys groups also have some like really interesting choreo. I felt like this song was pretty representative of that. But I also like the beat. Beat was fun. They all crushed it. Yeah, I don't really have any too much crazy stuff to talk about this song, but it was very good though. What was your take on this one, Therese?
So yeah, I mostly put this into the playlist because I wanted to remind you, kind of, in case you weren't listening to a lot of Stray Kids, what the typical Stray Kids sound was with the full group. Because, like I said, today we're going to get into a lot more of the solo stuff that they've done. And that's definitely more SoundCloud-ish, like singer-songwriter, which I know you love. So yeah, we're gonna get from like this to like, I think the next track is let's see. Oh yeah, Hyunjin's track. Yeah. So that's a lot smoother, a lot chiller, which we know that they can do a variety of different sounds. But it is interesting to see the juxtaposition and sort of, do you remember who your bias is, or what
I
they
have
sound
no
like.
idea. I think I'm gonna go. I think as we go through each soloist, I think I'll recount my memory on that one. But it's been like,
Okay.
I don't know, a month maybe or more, probably more,
Wow.
probably a
Yeah, I
little bit
guess
more.
so.
So
Okay, because yeah,
my brain can
I
barely remember
added
this morning, Therese. So
That's fair. Well, in the past, we were reviewing more of like the three guys that usually write the songs to Stray Kids and create this Stray Kids sound. So I'm starting us off with more of the, I guess, vocal line because
Ooh, okay.
they're not as highlighted in their day-to-day promotions. I mean, they are, but most people don't pick them out as easily as three Racha, which are the three that
The three
write.
writers, yeah,
Yeah, the three rapper writers.
rapper
So we'll
writers, yeah.
get into Hyunjin, Felix. I know that Lino has made his own song, but I couldn't find a good video that we could showcase. So I went with a unit that includes Lino because he's mostly known for his dancing.
Okay.
And then Singmin and Han. Actually, if you could refresh the playlist. I just changed the order. Because yeah.
It's good to hear that.
So yeah,
wolf howling
Sungmin,
again.
In, and Han, and then three Racha are the three that have like a lot more unit stuff. So
okay.
I did. Unfortunately, I didn't include like Bangchan, Changbin as solo artists in this particular playlist because I think they do a lot to sort of showcase the other members, and I think they do a very good job of it. But they do have their own stuff. Everyone should check it out.
We'll go check it out in my off time, which now I can do because I can just listen to stuff on my headphones at work. So, all right, well, we'll get into Hyunjin and his song. All right.
He's very much the visual member, but also a vocalist and a rapper, as they all are very good rappers.
Nice. And this is the song. Do you know the song title for this one is?
I knew yesterday. One second.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Therese.
I think it's Miss You.
Miss You? Okay.
Yeah. If
Let us
anyone in the
know.
chat wants to.
Chat, let us know.
Yeah.
Wish Logan was here. Logan, show up. We need Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Anyway, we're going to get into Hyunjin's song. So if you let us know what it is, we'll figure it out.
하늘에 수놓인 별들을 창문에 빗대어 널 그려봐 조그맣던 너나마 지금쯤 가장 반짝일 거야 미안하단 말이 너에겐 가장 지옥과도 같았던 거라면서 어쩔 수 없었단 핑계 속에 난 마지막마저 웃지 못했어 저 별에 내 목소리가 닿을 수 있다면 좋겠어 내가 아무리 소리를 질러도 너는 참 예뻤단 걸 모르는 게 다 알려주고 싶었는데 너가 보고 쓸만한 것들 유독 똑똑했던 너였기에 아픔 다 기억할 것 같아서 눈물이 멈추질 않았어 널 애초에 만나지 말았어야 했나 생각한 미친 내가 싫었어 지금이라도 널 안고 싶어 미안해 저 별에 내 목소리가 닿을 수 있다면 좋겠어 내가 아무리 소리를 질러도 너는 참 예뻤단 걸 모르는 게
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. We're gonna get
Oh,
the
it's Christmas.
We're gonna get the Christmas. Wow, we couldn't have planned this at a more optimal time. All right, this is Hyunjin's song. Let us know in the comments or in the chat if you know what the song title is. But I enjoyed
looked it
this.
up just to double check. It is Miss You.
It is
It's
Miss
like
You.
Miss You, Little Star. It's a song written for I believe it's to his late pet.
Aww.
I'm not sure. Oh, a dog named Komi.
Oh.
So I was wondering because there was a lot of like really cute interactions
Yeah.
with like toys or like from a shorter perspective. So I'm like, this must be about a pet.
I feel that. As a pet dad, I get it, you know. I thought this was very good. I'm also curious, and maybe Therese, you can answer this. In terms of their solo songs, do you know when they recorded these roughly? Did they all record them around the same time, or was it like kind of spread out? If you can remember.
It's definitely spread out. I
Okay.
know that they consistently record songs on their own throughout their career,
Sure.
and like these are a lot more of their SoundCloud-ish stuff, but it wasn't until 2022 that they started releasing them in Spotify or like on a separate release thing. So all of these are from Skiz Replay, SKZ Replay, which is an album on Spotify. It's got two sides, or yeah, it's got two sides. So like 25 songs of just songs that they've written throughout however many years.
Must be nice. Yeah. Holy shit.
Wow.
Just unleash 25 songs and people listen to. I mean, people listen to this.
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised. You know.
Yeah,
Makes
like
sense.
some of these they've released on their personal channel or on Spotify or on SoundCloud already, and then they just add them in here. And then I believe a lot of these were with this release. So, yeah.
Nice. I think for the song itself, you definitely kind of nailed it. It's got that like, what I'm really loving right now is like Korean indie, and I feel like this is very much in that like Korean indie lane, which I'm all about. It like incorporates like a lot of like obviously indie elements, but also like a lot of jazz, and like I like the way that this song kind of had like a nice swing to it. I think Hyunjin's voice is great. It's got a real kind of like a warmth to it that I don't really feel like I would get too much in like a normal Stray Kids song, just because they're like super high energy and they like want to get your blood pumping. So I like get that 100%. I'm curious in terms of like, obviously no one's gonna be able to peer into his mind certainly, but like I also often wonder like with songwriters, especially if they're writing stuff that's like more indie like bedroom pop stuff versus like the really like energetic crazy stuff, like who they're pulling from like in like vocally and stuff, because obviously it's a different lane. So I'd be curious to know that, and I feel like Hyunjin's probably the only person that would know that, unless like you're a deep-seated fan and you know the answer to that. Let me know.
Well, they go on live a lot and they talk about their idols and who they hope to emulate someday. But I don't know Hyunjin specifically. I'm sure it's available on like a K-Profiles website.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I know a couple of the members in Stray Kids and who they look up to. So yeah.
Very cool. Well, I enjoyed this one a lot. I feel like Therese has pigeonholed me into liking the real like indie vibey sort of stuff, and I'm 100% on board with that. What did you think about some of the like solo material? Does this kind of, I know like typically you're not into the whole like stuff like this, so I'm
Yeah,
curious what you thought about this when they did like a lot of solo material.
I liked it. I
Okay.
think I do go to Stray Kids for a very particular mood, and
Yeah,
it's not
it's not this.
usually this stuff. But it is nice seeing a different side of them. I like that they're getting all of the members involved in songwriting and
Hmm.
dipping their toe into that side of the industry. So I it's not in my regular rotation, but I appreciate it when it comes on, and then I'm like, oh, cool.
It's a nice
I
vibe.
know this
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Well, this is great, Hyunjin. If you watch this, I don't know if you will, but like by happenstance, kudos. Good shit. Love it. Um, this next one is Felix, and this is Deep End. So
Yes.
let's hop into that, I guess.
Have you been? I guess
Wow. Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
It's
Keep in
been
mind, this is a
pretty
solo
long
track.
since we've all seen.
This is wow. This is
Honestly, throughout my life, deep inside, I never felt alive. The way you used to touch my soul was always so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we were, you'd always pick up the phone. But now I'm truly all alone.
wow.
in this
Yeah, that's cool.
I miss the way you felt so close to my bones.
So much layering. This is
I
fucking
know.
sick.
I like it.
I'm sinking in the deep end. Just try to cry myself to sleep.
Oh, don't do that, Felix.
This pain, if you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. If I give you one
What?
more chance, can we go back again?
He's losing it. He's losing it.
Feel
This is nuts.
as if we were
What a range. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
but now you're filled with nothing but conceit. The times we had together were bittersweet. I miss the days we used to laugh and you. The way you used to touch my soul had always kept me whole. You'd always read my texts and ghost me like you wanted me gone. Now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. Just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. If I give you one last chance, can we go back again? Honestly, without you in my life, deep inside, I never felt alive.
Yeah.
All right. That was Deep End by Felix. This one was
Crazy
pure
range.
shock. Pure shock.
This is kind of what I take these solo tracks as is it's not meant to be shock factor, but it does create that shock factor, and it shows you like this is everything I can do. And I think it was really smart making such a heavily layered track with the member that has the biggest range.
Yes, he does.
Probably in K-pop. Like, I did not even recognize that mid-tone vocal. I was like, did he get someone else on this track? Like, what is going on? Yeah, because you only ever hear him with a deep voice in Stray Kids, or like, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard him do falsetto either. He was doing like some really high falsetto for his arguably like very low range that he has. So I've
only heard his falsetto in like variety format where he's like, yeah, let me do my deep voice and then I'll do something really high up here. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. So I knew, but I didn't know, you know?
Oh, I didn't know at all. So that was, I kept looking up at Therese, and like Therese was like, "You're shocked, right?" And I'm just like,
yeah.
"Yes, I am shocked. Yeah, this is crazy."
Yeah.
Shout outs to Felix, man. What an incredible range. The song is kind of giving me like Joji vibes, which I'm about. I love Joji. It kind of gave me a little bit of that like sad boy emo shit, you know. I'm about it. But I have to comment again, similarly to what Therese said about like Felix's range. It's pretty nuts, and to have like, especially in that chorus, to have like all the different like vocal layering going on top of that is just like, I think it kind of puts into perspective, like, at least for my background, like it gives me more perspective of like, hey, this is like really impressive from the sheer fact that like I would have never thought that about Felix prior to this, and now I have like a new appreciation for like each individual member of a group now than I feel like I maybe have had prior to this, you know, where like I've kind of like looked at them like they're all really talented, like they're all great dancers, and I think the solo songs specifically give you a better opportunity to be like, I love this guy, like I love Felix, he's great, like I love his range and the way that he was kind of able to compose this song, I think was very interesting. And I think he played well to like obviously a lot of his vocal strengths, which didn't know he had a falsetto range, but now I do know, you know, so I think it's
now
like,
you know.
Now I know. Yeah. So I think for me, it was very cool to hear that. But I also think it was like, you know, I think it was very heartfelt. Like the lyrics are also something like I relate a lot to as well too. So I feel like that as well. Like I feel like this one is top of the line, you know, top runner right now, at least in terms of the solo tracks. But I feel like Therese always has some good shit, so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, and maybe there's another solo song in the list that you had chosen that I might like more. But yeah, this one, Felix is number one right now, at least in my mind. So
nice. Well, I'm gonna ask you to refresh one more time because I'm making updates as we go
on the fly.
Mostly because I wanted to keep it kind of in the same
vein,
emotional range, I guess. So the next one will be Han, who is one of three Racha, but is a very good vocalist for being one of the rap members. So I thought I'd include. Also, I have a lot of friends that are Han biases, and they would kill me if I didn't include a solo Han song. So. Yeah, the next one should be Han.
Well, I'm glad you're keeping the peace over here, so that's good. All right, well, we're gonna listen to Han's Close. Let's get into this one. Nope, that's
Vietnamese.
Just tell me about you.
Okay.
Drop Molly, 네가 걷는 모습이 보인다. stop 없이 내게 다가가 너를 묻는다 조금만 더 너를 넣어 sports car 시끄러운 엔진이 울린다 까맣게 칠해졌던 벽에 다 너로 물들어 처음 느낀 감정에 놀라 A name, age, where do you live 지나치게 많은 질문 하나 실례인지 조금만 손을 넘을게 난 이제야 위태롭게 걸어가던 이 길을 피했으니 잠시 널 보며 쉽게 알아 첫 만남에 이런 짓은 민폐 시끄럽게 주저주저 말이 많지 나도 이런 감정 처음이라서 아직 익숙지 않아 baby 무슨 말을 해도 왜 이래 나 심장이 떨려 baby 애써 담담하려 해 와도 떨리는 내 목소리 어정쩡한 몸짓이 괜히 더 큰 소리 내게 말을 건네 이렇게 밖에 말을 못하고 대담한 척해봐도 너의 눈을 바라볼 때면 여전히 나거든 내겐 이 못한 게 낯설고 지금 느낀 난 네 감정도 잠이 채워 설레이고 곁에 떨리는 순간마저도 수많은 사람 사이에 빛나는 너의 모습이 조금씩 더 선명해져 가고 이제는 오로지 너만 보이고 손을 뻗어 너에게 닿기로 더는 가시밭길에 홀로 서있지 않기를 이게 절대 혼자 김치국이나 마시는 짓은 아니길 바라며 지금 걸어가는 길은 I walking on the heaven 느낌은 떨리는 지금 누군가에게 위로를 받고 구원받는 기분 아직은 너의 뒤에서 하는 건 없지만 천천히 아래갈게 시간이 걸리더라도 충분히 조금씩 가까워져 갔으면 좋겠어 많은 데다 맞춰가면 속으로는 떨고 있는 겁쟁이 허전했던 맘에 처음으로 봄이 찾아왔고 정중앙에서 피었지 꽃이 부담스럽다면 미안해 하지만 오늘 지난다면 못 잡을 것 같아서 그래 영원히 익숙지 않아 baby 무슨 말을 해도 왜 이래 나 심장이 떨려 baby 애써 담담하려 해 와도 떨리는 내 목소리 어정쩡한 몸짓이 괜히 더 큰 소리 내게 말을 건네 이렇게 밖에 말을 못하고 대담한 척해봐도 너의 눈을 바라볼 때면 여전히 나거든 내겐 이 못한 게 낯설고 지금 느낀 난 네 감정도 잠이 채워 설레이고 곁에 떨리는 순간마저도 I just wanna know you Can't tell me now 나를 알아가고 싶었다 Can't tell me now
All right, guys. That was Han's song Close. I guess I'll give my thoughts on this. G, hello. You missed a couple songs. We did Easy, which was one that was requested from the previous episode we did, which was like, I think we realized it was like over a month ago. So that was one of those. Hyunjin's solo song, Felix's solo song, and then we just did Han's Close, which is the one I just said. So we're like a little bit in. But I thought this was good. I think this you can tell like it's crazy between like all three of the ones that we've listened to thus far. Like you can tell who's like doing the producing of this group because
You
the song,
absolutely can. I'm glad you said that.
like this felt like so like not that the other songs were not good, but this one felt like this could have been
it's
like
professional.
it's
yeah.
way more professional, and it feels like possibly it could have been on like a Stray Kids album, like you know, as like a B-side, like a later B-side track, or like you know further along in the album. That would have been like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. That's a different flavor for them, you know. So I think that was
What's
kind of what
interesting
stood out.
though, I think Bangchan, the leader, actually produced this track and Han wrote it.
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
they're working together side by
Yeah.
side, whatever. But it's nice. You'll see Bangchan on pretty much all of the tracks because he very much wants to lift up his members and
Yeah.
help them create the best thing that they can create. But
Good to
yeah,
hear.
It's definitely like Han knows what to do with his voice, and he knows how to write a song that he can perform really well. So it's kind of crazy to see the difference in whether you're just trying to write, trying out writing music, or when you're like getting into it and still learning.
Hmm.
Whereas Han's probably written like 120
Yeah.
songs at this point. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Probably more than that now at this point, but
Oh
uh,
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I think. That's what kind of stood out the most to me was like it was very well produced. Um, I liked it. Kind of gave me a little bit of like again a little bit sad boy emo rap kind of shit, which I'm about.
Yeah.
Which is really works. I enjoyed his falsetto, which I don't feel like he does too much in Stray Kids stuff, so that was nice to hear. I also loved. I think it's in maybe it's either the pre-chorus or like closer to the end of the chorus where he kind of does that like call and response thing where like it's like he says a line then it kind of is like delayed but has like probably a little bit of
Mm.
distortion on it. I thought that was very cool. I know that's more of a production style choice, but I think it works out well for like again the vibes of it. um I like that he rapped. I think that was I was kind of hoping he wasn't going to be honest, because obviously
Oh,
he's
just
a
to get the
rapper,
vocals.
just to kind of get the vocals. But I appreciate the fact that he, it kind of is a good. I think it's a good mix. I don't think it's like explicitly like, oh, okay, like I just do singing or I just do screaming. It's kind of, or not screaming, sorry, rapping. I'm in
You're
metalhead
in the
mode.
metalhead.
Metalhead mode. No, the singing and the rapping. I like the fact that he kind of split the two, and he just kind of went down the middle. And we're like, okay, we're gonna have this chorus that everybody's gonna be like, singing along to, and then we're gonna have some rap parts that all of you are gonna try to learn how to do before the Stray Kids show. So I thought that was good. This one was a good choice. I don't know if there was another. So for the songs off this album, did they have like multiple songs that they've done, or is it just like one song from each member?
They have to because there's so many.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
okay.
say there's like 25.
Han has three on this album.
Ooh,
And
okay.
one of them I do remember I really liked was Alien.
Okay.
And that was so the meaning of this song, Close, it's a song about a person catching a glimpse of someone from a distance and wanting to get to know them better. So it is like a little bit sad, but very still, hopeful, I guess.
Yeah.
You can tell that in the songwriting itself. And Alien is a lot more like I feel like an alien in this world, but you guys help me not feel like I don't belong, stuff like that. He does I think he's the biggest person to make the kind of sadder tracks, and I've for a lot of times it's not like something I normally listen to, but this one I like the production and I like the chorus. I think it kind of slaps.
I would agree. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Joey, welcome back. Hello. Joey says that side A is solos for each member, and side B was earlier songs that were only released on YouTube. So, thank you for that. Appreciate it. I'm gonna need some help. So, I know Therese can do it, but listen, we're a squad, okay? So, I know you're gonna be able to give us some good
And
answers.
I know that some of these videos that we're gonna react to have the lyrics, and some of them, like this one, do not. And that's purely because I thought it would be more important for Brandon to get to know their faces than to try and read the lyrics while he's listening to music, because it's a little bit hard to, when you're listening deeply to production and stuff, it's a little bit hard to keep track of the lyrics. Yeah.
I will also preface that I am a music before a lyrics person. So like if the music I vibe with first, then your boy jumps in later on. That's what happens. So
that's why we like K-pop.
I'm about it, So I'm gonna hopefully one of my goals next year is to try to learn Korean. So I feel like that's on my New Year resolutions. So I know we're in the end of November. So I felt like, listen, I'm doing K-pop. I feel like I should learn how to speak Korean. So that's hopefully, fingers crossed, if I have enough time in my day to do it, I'll do it. But
And then you can start interviewing bands like
you guys
Stray
can hold me
Kids
accountable.
and-
Yeah. Listen, that's truly the goal, is to migrate some of the interviews to, like, Korean. That'd be sick. Then I'd have
That
to
would be cool.
I had to translate it all.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. Well, anyway, it's fine. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But this next one is it Sungbin?
Yeah, Seungmin. He is the main vocal of the group.
Woo.
Lead
All right.
vocal? I forgot what the different positions were. The vocal
Main vocalist.
the one
The
that
person.
sings a lot.
the guy that opens his mouth and sings things. This one is called Stars and Raindrops. What a nice name. Let's get into this one. All right, we're getting piano.
끝까지 놓지 않았었다면 우린 다시 행복해졌을까 소용없다 다 소용없다 소용없대도 생각이 자꾸 머릿속에서 자라나 좀 더 잘했으면 잘 됐을까 반대로 했다면 넌 웃었을까 부질없다 다 부질없다 다 아는데도 후회가 자꾸 가슴 속에서 커져가 결국 혼자 남겨진 밤 우리의 추억이 별들이 되어 머리 위로 내려
Ooh, okay.
끝없이 쏟아져요 함께 했었던 아름다웠던 순간들이 반짝이며 나에게 들어와요 맘속에서 빛나요 오늘도 나는 우리 그때 모습 그대로 잊지 못해요 다시 누굴 사랑할 수 있다면 그때보다 더 좋을 수 있을까 쓸데없다 다 의미 없다고 되뇌일 때 돌아오는 건 좋았던 기억들 뿐이야 다시 혼자 남겨진 밤 너의 모습들이 별들이 되어 머리 위로 내려 끝없이 쏟아져요 함께 했었던 아름다웠던 순간들이 반짝이며 빛나던 기억 끝엔 먹구름이 몰려와
Okay.
우리의 마지막 장면이 빗방울이 되어 머리 위로 내려 끝없이 쏟아져요 붙잡고 있던 손을 놓았던 그 순간이 스며들며 나에게 들어와요 맘속에서 번져요 오늘도 나는 우리 그때 모습 그대로 잊지 못해요
All right, guys. That was Sung. Is it
Good.
Sungmin? Is that how do you pronounce it, Therese? Okay, Sungmin's new song or solo song, "Stars and Raindrops." I enjoyed this a lot. This was very much up my alley. It kind of had like, had a little bit of like a pop rock kind of feel to it, you know?
Yeah.
Like very
Yeah.
like almost, I guess I would kind of put in a similar lane to like that of like the group The Fray. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're like
Oh, yeah.
they kind of give me a little bit of that vibe, a little bit, you know, like with the piano, the guitar playing, like the way that the kind of song was structured out. Really enjoyed it. I also think Sungmin's voice is really, really beautiful. He's kind of got
Mhm.
a great tone. He conveys a lot of good like emotion, and I feel like this song does a
Mhm.
great job of highlighting that. I'm a huge sucker for like falsetto, and I think he has like a really nice clean falsetto tone. But yeah, this was great. I think this would probably be up there with Felix's in terms of like favorites right now. So
Mm.
I really like this one a lot. Again, it was more my speed a little bit to a
Mhm.
degree, but yeah, I like this one a lot. What's your takes on this one, Therese?
So this is one of the members that I know who they idolize because when I was first learning about Stray Kids and learning all the members, I was like, "Aha, we have the same tastes." Sungmin really likes the band Day Six, which I've been
Ah,
trying to get us to react to at some point.
we will do it.
And this is very much like I guess that I never made the connection, but they do have kind of the same sound as the Fray, and it's a little bit pop rock. It's a little bit almost sometimes like Christian rock. A lot of the elements you would hear in there,
Yeah.
um, not to the Christian extent, but
Yeah.
just like
Oh, I
when you
know.
hear it, you know. When you hear it, you
That's my
know.
background, so yeah,
Yep.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Those Methodist church days. No.
Raise
But
your
no,
hands up.
I think he's done a lot of covers of Day Six too, and I think it shows
Mm,
in his own work that he wants to make a lot of music like that. And I really enjoy it. I think he does it really well. I think he's kind of an odd placement in Stray Kids because I think he would work so well in Day Six. I'm kind of mad they didn't put him in there. Like his voice it would flow perfectly.
oh,
Um, his vocal tone is like the texture of jeans. It's so like comforting
oh
and
yeah. It's warmth. It's like a
yeah,
warm blanket. Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Big
yeah.
vibes.
I love Sungmin. I think he has some really good parts in their songs too. Like whenever you hear someone going off, it's usually him, and
That
he's
makes
pretty good.
sense.
He's gotten
Yeah.
really good at it.
I mean, it's
I
being kind
wanted to
of
put
go on,
as
Trace.
his as his feature track for this playlist, I wanted to put the performance he did with two others in not Stray Kids, but two other group members in Kingdom, where they sang a song from IU, and
Oh, okay.
it goes crazy. But I think this is a good one because that one he only has one part, and this one he has the whole thing.
It's a good compromise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Drum says, Day Six fan club president right here. Or I assume he's talking to himself. And then as well as
No,
that.
he's talking about Sungmin.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That makes more sense. And then Joey also says, him and Han always do Day Six covers. So good. So I think Day Six just has to be on the list. I don't know if this is on the I don't know if this is on the
I'm waiting.
do not fly list
I'm
for
waiting
Alex.
for.
So-
No, I think Alex said it's fine. He loves Day Six, but he didn't. He said he didn't have much to add. I guess.
yeah.
I'm waiting for their announcement for a
A
new
comeback.
album or something
Ah,
because they all are finally out of the military, and we got some variety content from them recently. So I'm really hoping it's coming out soon. There's also
knock on
some
wood.
crazy project that they announced, but nobody really knows what it is yet. I need to check back. It's been a while since I've caught up with them.
Let us know. Yeah,
But
if you know in the
yeah.
chat, let us know as well, because it'd be interesting to find out. Yeah, I haven't. I feel like it's the chicken before the egg a little bit because I have not checked out Day Six. So I feel like
True.
the comments now that like is like, oh my god, this sounds like Day Six. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
get it.
can't
It's
tell.
just gonna
You're not gonna
it's
know.
just gonna go straight over my head. That's why I made the Frey reference. But I'm hoping
That's why
that
we also
we'll do it.
can't cover the group High Key because it's written their songs are written by a member of Day Six and they sound the same.
Oh my god. Well, we
I
got
love
a
it.
I find it so wild that they're so interconnected in that way, like groups are, like where if we talk about one group we have to talk about like the
Well, because
subsectors.
the other iceberg level is that Stray Kids is in the same company as Day 6. So like
Okay.
yeah, everything is connected. That's how you get
Everything's,
into the
yeah.
rabbit hole of K-pop.
I just feel like Charlie Day in the fucking like scene where he's got all the lines behind him. I'm gonna be like this by the end of it. You know, any
Yeah.
K-pop video now,
You're
I'm gonna
gonna
be.
see you're gonna see like because we've been going through a lot of JYP artists, so you're gonna
We
see a
have,
JYP
yeah,
end of the year show with Twice and GOT7 and Stray
yeah. I
Kids
would
all
be
on the
like,
same stage, and you're gonna be like, I know all these
I know
kids.
all these people. Oh my god, holy shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I do. I did find it funny though. I think I did mention in a previous live that like I had heard it at when I was working at my previous job. I heard like one of my coworkers was playing like New Jeans, and I was just like, bro,
Oh, sick.
that's fucking dope. And they're like, who's this? And I was like, damn, okay, never mind. Can't even.
How
Big
dare you?
hurt, big hurt. Yeah. So I saw Therese's end of the year Spotify Wrapped. You know, so much kudos to Therese.
New Jeans #2.
That didn't.
A lot of people I know had New Jeans #2, and it's kind of surprising. I'm like, I really thought they were gonna overtake BTS this year. I had them on repeat.
Honestly, I thought I was gonna have New Jeans higher in my list,
Yeah.
but it didn't even show up. So I must.
Oh,
have
it
been
didn't?
listening.
Oh, I thought it did.
No, I did. I didn't have
Oh.
anything K-pop. However, in my like listening, it jumped up to number 4. So I'm wondering if next year, if I just like pound the pavement now for like K-pop groups, then it's gonna show up on my rap along with my normal listening habits. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But that was a wildly off topic. But we are going to move it into the next one, which is it's Dance Racha. This is
So so 3 Racha is the group of kids that write the songs. Dance Racha is literally just like the dancing group, the
Yeah.
performance group of Stray Kids. And this is a stage performance of one of their songs. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember which album it's off of, but I'll look it up while we're watching.
We'll move it up, but
Yeah.
it says it's hot in bars here, so I feel like we might be into for something
it was
spicy.
on- Oh, it's on the Case 143 album, Maxident.
Maxident. Okay. Well, this says it's hot, so we're gonna see how hot
It is hot. Oh, if you could pause, I forgot to point out which one is Lena.
Good
I
spot
said
to
like,
pause
oh,
it.
this will be the spotlight for Lino. Wait, you should know which one is Lino.
Is Lino okay? It's
so
not the one with the blue hair. is
We've
it?
already listened to Blue Hair is Hyunjin.
Okay.
Yes, on the left. And then on the far right, I believe, is Felix. So you'll be able to recognize Felix's voice.
Yes.
And then in the middle is
row.
Lino.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got like and I think Felix is wearing a blue jacket. So Lino's in all black
All
with
black
hair.
in the middle. Okay, you got it.
All right.
Just
Now
look
we're
for me.
ready.
Okay, let's go. Very cool. I enjoyed that one a lot. I think I obviously had to point out Dance Racha, which is really sick. They were incredible. I think every time I watch a video like that, I'm just like, damn, I should probably like, I don't know, work on my dance skills or something. So
It's gonna take you a while to get to that
That's gonna take me a
level.
while to get there. Yeah, my poor. I look at it and I feel like my joints hurt. So I feel like that's like, I just have to watch it and I'll feel like, oh god.
You're gonna be adding an extra drum track to all the bones cracking while you're.
Yeah, they got to cover up all my my ligaments cracking. No, it was a good song. I really enjoyed it. Is like, again, I think it's the combination of being so versatile, whether it's if your main focus is doing more of like the dancing or if you're doing more of the vocals. But I think for you to have like a good mastery of both is really impressive to me, and I feel like he does a really great job of kind of showing off both of those skills in this song, because I can only imagine the type of like lung strength or lung training you have to go through to like be able to like do the dance moves so intricately but also still be able to like vocally perform, which I think coming from the perspective of like someone that's like more in the heavier music scene, like I kind of attribute that similarly to like if you're a really active like vocalist that's like a screamer and you're like really aggressive on stage and then also have to like be able to save your lung capacity to like do your vocals and stuff like that. I think that
Yeah.
I've always find that really impressive. So for them to do that with like very intricate like arm, leg, body maneuvers and then still be able to like sound completely like on point, I gotta give them their flowers. That's awesome. So I think that's my major takeaway.
Yeah.
What do you think about this,
I think
Therese?
well, on your comment, I think it's a lot easier to do that in a group because, you know, you're not always the one singing. There's
Sure,
always
sure,
an
sure.
in between where you switch up. So I think that's part of the magic of K-pop or live singing while dancing in K-pop. I think this song in particular, it's kind of short, but I really like it. It
Yeah,
like conveys everything that it's meaning to convey in one.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
I love Lino's voice. I think he's criminally underrated. I
Agreed.
think he adds a certain color to Stray Kids that puts them in another realm.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I think again for his mastery of dance, but also like yeah, I think prior to this maybe I could have pointed him out in a song. Like if you gave me a Stray
Right.
Kid song, I don't think I could do it, but now like knowing what he's kind of capable of vocally, I feel
Mhm.
like I hope that they're sprinkling him in more songs or having
Oh, for
again
sure.
when you have a lot of members, I feel like it's always difficult to have like everybody get their
I think,
moment in the sun, but you know.
yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to assume his like what he wants to do as an
Sure.
artist for full time, but I have noticed a lot of the dance heavy members of K-pop. They aren't always the one. They're not usually the ones that are like, I want to write a song. I want to do this. Like they love dancing and they want to continue dancing. And
Mhm.
adding vocal into it just makes it a little harder. So there are a lot of dance heavy members that prefer to have less lines and like to each their own. If like whatever you're into, this is a multimedia source of entertainment for
Yeah.
people. You can showcase your dance, you could showcase, I don't know, your styling skills, all in K-pop. So yeah, whatever he chooses to do. He does have a solo song on the Replay album that I mentioned before. And I've seen performances of it, but he's not dancing in them. So I was like, I want to show you a song that he's actually dancing in because he's a
Uh
freaking good dancer.
he
Yeah.
is. Joey also said Dance Racha has written 2 songs, this one and Wow. So I'll have to check out Wow in
Yeah. Good stuff.
after this. But yeah, that was great. So shout out to Lino. Um,
That's true.
Dan-
This performance wasn't the entire song. I forgot about that. I'm just like, I'm already on the performance.
oh boy. Well, I'll watch the full performance. Probably later. I'm
For the
getting
full song.
I'm back into this Stray Kids gauntlet again. So we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Um,
So this one is Ayan, the youngest member. Do you know the term maknae?
yes, a little bit.
Okay.
I
Okay,
remember
so
I
there's
butchered
like
the fuck out of saying it, so now I know
Oh,
how to
yeah, yeah.
pronounce it. It's a
It's basically
maknae.
like the hierarchy of Korean culture of like if someone's the maknae, that means like they're the baby, like you have to take care of them. You
Yeah.
have to do everything for them because you want them to, you know, grow up good. And then they have to like respect their elders and stuff. It's different. It's a different culture. But and I'm probably not explaining it correctly because I'm
Yeah.
not Korean, but I did grow up with a lot of Koreans, so
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I picked it up. But yeah, so this is the youngest member, and this is a song that Bang Chan and Changbin helped him write to make his own flavor.
All right. Well, let's get into
And it's
IN
called
start.
Maknae on Top.
Is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, let's go. I love that for him. Okay.
동작 그만.
서열은 원탑 아침마다 아침 인사 대신 한 소리 하는 이엔이 형아 진짜 대단하게 생겼네 자식 많이 컸다 연습생 때 학교 체육복 반바지 부산 소년 기억나냐 오케이 내가 뭐 키웠잖아 그때부터 깜찍했지 나를 쏙 빼닮아 맞다 이 소리 제일 싫어하시지 근데 조금 닮은 듯해 거울을 잡아봐 어휴 알았어 미안 서열 꼴등 됐기만 물러난다 애기 밥은 뭐 먹을래 오늘 내가 살게 집 앞으로 따라와 속에 있게 묻어 이 정도면 충분하지 더 이상의 설명은 이제 그만하지 여기까지 Are you on top? Are you on top? Are you on top? Are you on
Oh, they're gonna tuck him in. That's so nice. All right, that was Ian's track. And is it Maknae on top? Is that correct, Therese? Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
Great.
I enjoyed this one. I think this was I think if I had to closely disseminate a track to Stray Kids that wasn't a Stray Kids song, I think this is about as close as I was gonna get to not it being a Stray Kids song, but not being a Stray Kids song, if that makes sense. Like, it has all the ingredients of a Stray Kids song, except for it is just a solo song done by Ian, you know, like, and obviously Bangchan and Changbin, but I thought it was good. I think it's just kind of in the same lane as what I would expect a Stray Kids song to be. I think I was kind of expecting something different, if I'm going to be a little bit frank. I thought it was going to be, like, a little bit more, like, I feel like all the songs have been a little bit more vibey, or I don't want to say like less produced, but I feel like I would like a song that respect, you know, like kind of played off of more of their like.
Well, remember, this is like to get Ian more into like his own flavors. So he's still like feeling it out, and I think this is still very unique.
I would agree. Yeah.
Really fun.
It's got a good Latin feel to it, you know.
Yeah.
I like that. The horns, like the way that the song kind of has a little bit of a like salsa type feel to it. But yeah, I didn't think the song was bad by any stretch. I really enjoyed it, but I think it's probably, if I had to have like a diagram of like all the Stray Kids solo songs, I would probably, and in the middle is like Stray Kids to a T. I feel like it's like pretty close to like Stray Kids, like like normal Stray Kids, but not a bad song by any stretch. So don't come at me in the comments. I still think it's a good song.
Yeah, we still like Stray Kids.
We still love Stray Kids. Yeah, exactly. What did you think about this one, Therese?
I thought it was really fun. It's definitely up there for me because it's a lot closer to what I'm used to hearing from them. I was also kind of curious because around the time this came out, I didn't really know IN as a member in the group. And I was still like at the time I was still learning a lot of the members, but I couldn't really pick IN out for anything in particular. And I think they've done a better job showcasing him now. But this was definitely a point where I'm like, okay, I want to finally figure out what this kid's about. And I think they kind of summed up the personality of the group where like Joey said in Stray Kids, like the title of the song, the maknae is on top. It's different from other groups. And they like at least gave him his own attitude for this. Like even though come to find out he's not this cocky at all. He's very sweet and very smiley and very like like he would not
very cutesy.
He usually does not take the lead like this. So this was kind of forcing him out of the nest, but I liked it. You know, now he has a lot more confidence in the songs and he's like really pulling his own with the vocals. So I appreciated it.
Yeah, I feel like it's similarly to like, you know, when the mama bird or the dad bird like kicks the baby bird out of the nest and is like, all right, it's time to fly. Let's see if you can fly. You know, like
yeah,
I think
this is mom and dad Changbin and
Bangchan just being like, go on, go, just go. We're going out of the nest. We're flying today. So shout out to IN. This was fun. I think it was cool to see a different perspective, and I imagine Straight Kids fans, especially at the current time of this release, I'd imagine they were like, oh, this is nice. Now I can like, especially if you're like more of a surface level fan, I feel like it gives you an opportunity to be like, oh, okay, cool. I like IN's like, I like that he's stepping out of his comfort zone and doing something like a little bit more, a little feisty, you know? So big salutes. This one was a fun song, but we are going to move on to the next one. This is a 3RACHA song. So are we getting all three the rappers?
Yeah, this is 3RACHA, the song 3RACHA, written by 3RACHA, produced by 3RACHA. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. That's what this song is. It's a really freaking good song. You're gonna really enjoy it. So to point out the members more, so that you're a little bit more familiar with them. I know you've been through a pop quiz of all these different ones. Bangchan is one of the Australians. Felix, deep voice, also an Australian. Yeah. So his song was in English. Yes. Bangchan, in this song, he's rapping in English. So you can point that out. Changbin had, like you heard him in this track, a little more aggressive rapping style. And you pointed that out in the last Stray Kids track, so you liked as well. So
I'm a Changbin stan, I think.
I'm reminding you now. Yeah, that's your bias.
Yeah. I also do like Felix. I also do love Felix now, so I feel like I do appreciate. I feel like my I think my three right now are Changbin, Felix, and Sungmin are probably my two.
Oh, nice.
Those are probably my
good choices.
My three favorites right now.
Yeah. And then Han, who we know can sing really well, kind of like emo boy. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Categorize him in your brain.
It's gonna be hard.
But, yeah.
I try to make room for all these K-pop groups in my brain, so.
It's impossible to.
Then we get a new one, and I have to like push down more K-pop members' names that I'm gonna try to remember.
I think it's close to impossible to know every single K-pop idol.
I should just get a white. Honestly, I should just put a whiteboard back here and put all the names on there and be like
at least put your bias under each group that we.
Changbin. Oh, Changbin's my bias. Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We can just appreciate the music as well.
Yeah. Don't roast me in the comments. I'm trying, guys. Really. But
you're doing great. Yeah.
3RACHA. The song is 3RACHA. And is the members of 3RACHA. I'd say that three times fast. 3RACHA fast. Anyway, that was a bad joke. Let's get into the song. Also, their names are on here, which I didn't fucking
that helps. And it'll be in the color that they are.
It will be, yeah. I've seen these videos.
Yeah. You know.
1, 2, 3, Watch I get spotlight 외친지 벌써 5년 prime time Our credit is always the biggest headline 전 세계 차트의 상담 초심은 끝이 없는 끝으로 통하지 소미 상관 자만과 자신 한끗 차이로 다 한물같이 내 시간은 move 경사를 만들어 더 빠르게 alert 해뜰 무렵 토끼 눈이 뜨는 두 눈은 no cheer 익숙해질리 없는 생활 패턴 요초 8-9 특별해지길 원하면서 단어로도 못 버티지 10.89 작은 물이 양의 자랑이 됐던 그때와는 다르게 한과질러 승부 막연한 어왕 됐고 머리가 잡은 건 나는 떠댔던 groom 돌풍 탈풍 일으켰지 선풍 장신용이 대병풍 수많은 작품을 걸어놓은 벽이 돼 나는 구멍을 다 뚫어놓지 비구름 세점에 맞춰 Shut up 우리 가는 말 다 이끌어 맞춰 영경을 바짝 땡겨 우리 식대로 타파 Watch Yeah, I'm famous. Speaker 소 목소리가 동하면 분위기 맞춘 게임을 벌써 몇 년째 유지하는 티키타카 우린 팔을 들끓는 무리들 속의 선두 Back in the days 루키들로 불리던 애들은 지금 세계로 보여주지 이젠 갑체가 제대로 되어 굳이 뭐 안해도 의미 아는 사람들은 우리 보고 박수 달라 폼 우리 속도는 음속 빨라 누구보다 올라가지 높이 점핑 숨이 가빠도 스탑은 없지 여기 생태계 파괴의 주범인 I don't care 뭐라든 계속해 티정감에 줄어들지 않은 샘물 Ease you cannot beat me up 더 계속 불려 커져가는 우리 몸짓 Look good and tasty 맛들림 우린 찾게 된 맛기 식기 전에 먹지 격식 있게 목에 두른 냅킨
More food puns by Stray Kids.
장기가 백지 달라진 모습에도 여전히 몸속에 남아있어 패기와 객기 Three watch 비구름 세점에 맞춰 Shut up 우리가 한 말 다 이끌어 맞춰 여감을 바짝 땡겨 우리 식대로 타파 Three watch My boy spitting facts they locked and loaded Still on the grind, you better watch out for the brothers Masterminds the perfect trio bound by blood Musketeers are making music All for all and all for one Pull out the ships, chopping up sounds faster than lightning Been in the corp since 17, yeah the beats never stop wilding We're going for the win, yeah our music score might seem a little frightening Just take a deep breath Three ratchet breathing The Skyville scale is on the verge of blowing up They feel the burn and yet they just can't get enough Our copyright and numbers won't be in for stopping Cause we're still constructing, keep it coming Why you mad, bruh? Three ratchet 피구를 세점에 맞춰 Shut up 우리 가는 말 다 이끌어 맞춰 영감을 바쳐 땡겨 우리 식대로 타파 Three ratchet Three ratchet 피구름 세점에 맞춰 Shut up 우리가 한 말 다 이끌어 맞춰 영감을 바짝 땡겨 우리 식대로 타파 Three ratchet They always say the same excuses While they complain away for choosing
Hey yo. I like that subtle
Those are some
plug.
sick bars.
That was a subtle plug to their production work. I like that. That's hard. I
Yeah.
respect that. I thought the song was great. I love a good hard like rap track, and I felt like this one they brought the heat. No pun intended. Because they used Scoville scale, which I would have never thought that would ever be used in a rap bar. But hey, it is what it is.
I think it helps when you're Australian. I don't know if you can say it in English, American English as well.
Scoville, yeah, I get
Scoville.
yeah, Scoville. I will say, like, all of them sounded fucking awesome. I don't think there was one that I mean, obviously, I have a Changbin bias, so I feel like I have to say, like, he just has, like, a specific, like, punch to his rapping. Like, there's something about it that's just, like, man, again, I haven't seen Stray Kids live, but I feel like he goes hard as fuck live. Like, he just seems like the type of person that's just, like, jumping up, like, trying to get, like, major hype man mentality. Like, he wants to get the crowd bumping, and I feel like, like, you can tell on a song like this, but I feel like he is the type of person that is, like, I'm doing this shit on the stage, like, I'm gonna see this whole fucking, like, room bounce, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so tight.
Yeah.
So I gotta give him credit.
His voice is like, it's kind of like those burrs that you get when you're, like, in the woods and stuff on your shoes or your socks. Like, it's kind of abrasive, but it'll get stuck in your brain. Like, you cannot get it out. You have to go, like, sit through and pick out all the burrs.
What an
That's his
analogy,
voice.
Therese.
I think it's great. I think it's so unique to him, and a lot of people criticize him for it because it's not like proper rap, or it's not, it's too abrasive, too whatever. And I'm like, nah, this is exactly what it needs to be.
I kind
Like,
of
you're never gonna forget this song now.
I kind of attribute him similarly to like UK rap more so than anything else, because
Oh,
I feel like
true.
a lot of
Yeah.
UK rappers are like super hard. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of like at least what my mind goes to in terms of like if I can kind of find any correlation, I'm just like, man, this guy is just like has the energy, and so I love the fact that again he's just bringing the heat in this song. But I also liked, obviously I liked that we got just kind of a good mixture of the three Racha clan here. So I thought they all sounded great. I was the rapping, I was like kind of expecting it to be all of them going really hard, and I was thoroughly surprised. Joey did say it was based off UK drill, I mean, so I am correct on that, so that's good. I will also say I enjoyed Bang Chan's like singing or rapping in like Australian. You can tell like he's from Australia and he has the accent.
Yeah.
But like I don't feel like you get that as much in like typical Stray Kids songs, so I feel like this one it was like very very noticeable. Like you could tell without a shadow
I
of a
mean, you
doubt.
get it.
Yeah. But
You
I get
definitely
it,
get it in some Stray Kids songs. Like, what was the one that I showed you? Like, Awkward Silence. It's like,
Yeah,
I forgot. I forgot the lines that I was like, oh, this is my favorite line.
True.
I know the line. It's just not in my head right now. I have a bad working memory, ADD. Anyway.
That's right. Same.
Yeah.
Joey also says they really like grime, but they wanted to try something different this time. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like they surprisingly enough pull from that sort of genre or like subcategory of like rap, which is really interesting to me. I think that's what
It's been getting kind of popular in K-pop. The drill beat.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I think it works for Stray Kids.
I wouldn't
Really
disagree.
well.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all. And then just to read a comment prior to what Joey said before we clicked on the track, he just said that Three Ratchet produces for the group, which I think we talked about in the previous part as well. And they write 99% of the group's songs, so makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they definitely have a good like kinetic energy between all three of them. So this was great, and I think Han was also fantastic. Since I didn't give enough love to Han here, but I enjoyed his rapping parts as well. But yeah, I think they all are fantastic. I don't think there's one which is really impressive to me that I don't feel like one of them is like the weaker of the links. Like typically, if you have like a pair of three, you're like, who's not doing it for me? But I feel like they all kind of have their own like unique like sense of rhythm, but they all kind of go about it in a different way, and I think it keeps them all unique in that aspect. So I do love that. So I don't think that there's a weak link in this group of rappers. If I have to argue, I would argue they're probably one of the strongest like rap groups in K-pop, arguably.
I don't think you're wrong.
Arguably.
I think a lot of people have made that point, yeah.
So I'm not surprised if that is the case, but if I am wrong, let me know. I'd like to hear your argument out. But this next one is Bangchan, Changbin, Felix, and Sungmin.
Yeah, so now we're getting into the more Stray Kids proper releases. I just chose songs that I like. So we're going off of that. We're going to get some Stray Kids cheese.
Hey,
and then we're going to listen to
the
new stuff, which is Megaverse and La La La. Wait, La 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 La. Four laws. And then we're going to listen to we're going to watch the Billboard performance, which includes La 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 and S-Class. So you'll get 2 listens out of it to really hammer it in.
And then Therese, you have listened to the new Stray Kids album or no?
I have. It took me a while to get into it. I think it's funny because I think a lot of people were expecting it. Well, we can talk about it once we get to it.
We'll get
but
to
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's interesting.
I didn't know if you were waiting for a fresh. I didn't know if you had waited to listen to it. You know what I mean? I feel like you were.
No.
I feel like you were like a minute past midnight. You're like, I gotta do it. I gotta watch.
I think I mentioned it. I was like, I know we're gonna do Stray Kids Part 3, so I think I'll hold out listening because I'll be busy anyway. And then the
Yes.
next day, it dropped. Like they dropped their title track, and I turned it on. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I
And then
just
you're like-
immediately was like, new Stray Kids release. I gotta watch it.
I feel like it was a moment of just like Therese was just like, oh, that's so. I'm so sorry. I clicked the play button on that. Oh no, I'm not gonna listen to it live. Oh, what a shame. You know.
Please.
I guess I'm gonna have to listen to the whole thing. You know.
Oh, might as well listen to the whole thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into
Anyway, this is a previous release. I don't even think it's on a particular album. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay. Do you know what the song is?
But I think it's called Up All Night, or that's
Up All Night.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It's on the Replay album as well. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's hop into it, guys. Oh, scary.
This one will probably have captions, lyrics.
We're gonna find out. Thank you, Joey.
오늘 밤 나는 불을 켜 고요한 어둠 속에서 세상이 자고 있을 때 오늘도 다시 눈을 떠 오늘 밤 고민 속에 빠졌어 둘러봐 침묵 속에 갇혔어 아직 난 하고 싶은 게 너무 많아서 못 자 따뜻한 이불에 내 몸을 맡겨 이대로 자도 될까 싶으면 가만히 있는 게 쉽지 않아 난 눈을 떠 오늘 밤 나는 불을 켜 고요한 어둠 속에서 세상이 자고 있을 때 오늘도 다시 눈을 떠 Up all night, yeah, yeah, all the time I'm waking high, yeah, yeah, 언제나 난 불을 켜 밤이면 낮은 듯이 I just do it I please 날 이렇게 만나 딴딴딴딴딴딴 아 뭐지 어려워
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that goes across your headphones.
Yeah, that's it.
따뜻한 이불에 내 몸을 맡겨 이대로 자도 될까 싶으면 가만히 있는 게 쉽지 않아 넌 눈을 떠 오늘도 나는 불을 켜 고요한 어둠 속에서 세상이 자고 있을 때 오늘도 다시 눈을 떠 Up all night, yeah, yeah, all the time I'm waking high, yeah, yeah, 언제나 난 불을 켜 밤이면 낮은 듯이 I just do as I please 날 이렇게 만나 I don't want to go to sleep now I'll be making a masterpiece now 나도 모르게 찾는 카페인 시작은 한 잔 I don't want to go to sleep now I'll be making a masterpiece now 아직 내 몸에 있는 카페인 때문인 걸까 오늘도 나는 불을 켜 고요한 어둠 속에서 세상이 자고 있을 때 오늘도 다시 눈을 떠 Up all night, yeah, yeah, all the time I'm working hard, yeah, yeah, 언제나 난 불을 켜 밤이면 낮은 듯이 I just do as I please 날 이렇게 만나
Wait, what happened to the grandpa? What the fuck?
Oh no.
He's just gone.
Well, I'm concerned.
Oh God! All right. Well, this is we witnessed a murder, guys. This is
Hey,
great.
we did that with Red Velvet.
We did it. Yeah. This is a follow up to Red Velvet. Actually, it's the same. It's the same guy. And no, I'm kidding.
Oh, it's a delivery guy.
It's a delivery guy. It's a different delivery guy from the Stray Kids or the Red Velvet universe. No, this is great. My initial thoughts were I love the music video. It's so goofy and funny. I just think it's hilarious to me that if like you're like if you believe in like ghosts or whatever, like just imagine your ghosts if you're so lucky that your ghosts are stray kids.
Well,
Just think
I was
about
trying
that.
to figure that out. I was like, are they ghosts or are they just like kids
Like
that broke into
spirits?
someone's house on Halloween?
I think they're spirits. That's what I think. I think because like based off the music video, like they're sleeping. So I feel like if like kids, I feel like if kids broke into their house, it'd be a little bit more serious. I think, but I think it's just
I don't know. Maybe
and then
they're
like
heavy
the magic,
sleepers.
they had like a little bit of magic in some parts. So that's where my brain went to. If somebody that knows
That's
Stray
good.
Kids lore a little bit better than I do, you can let me know. But I think they're like some
The
sort
up all
of
night
ghost.
lore.
I think they're like ghost or something. That's my guess. Ghost with like magical powers. You know, they're like
Yeah.
the trope
Yeah.
of like a demon underneath your bed kind of a thing. You know, except for they're Stray
Right.
Kids.
You
Just
know,
ima-
yeah.
you just hear like a stray.
I've-
You
I've-
hear this song like playing in the background in like a really like low down like volume. Like
No, I swear. Then, if that's the case, they're already haunting me because this song will just get in my head like so randomly. I'll just
Therese
be like
sits
sitting.
underneath her bed and
It'll
there's,
be
like,
like 3 weeks since I've listened to a Stray Kids track, and it'll be like, I don't want to go to sleep.
you just peek. You just like don't eat. You're like laying in your bed and then like Felix like
Yeah.
slides out from underneath and he's like and then he starts
Oh my
singing his
God.
low tone. And
That
then
would
he,
be
like, pop,
really scary,
and
honestly.
he pops back
No.
underneath the bed and you're like, wait a second. You're like, I heard Felix. That's
No,
crazy.
please don't. I don't think I could handle if Stray Kids were my ghosts. That would be too much. That would be like full on poltergeist activity.
I don't know. I feel like they didn't do anything that like they just made like a very.
I mean,
funny
they made
cake.
a cake.
Yeah, they made a cake.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
come
was-
on.
I wouldn't mind a cake. I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, if they signed it, that'd be sick. Whatever.
What would you do with a signed cake?
I don't know. You're just like, hey, look, I got this signed cake from fucking Stray Kids. And they're like, who's Stray Kids? And you're like, shit. Well, now if you want to watch part 1, okay. I really enjoyed the song. It's got a great like swing and kind of like waltz to it almost. Very.
It was similar to IN's song.
I was gonna say very similar to
Yeah.
Ian's track, which I love. That one was another. Again, I don't want to talk shit about Ian, but it was very good. I think very similarly, this one is another like fun like. I don't want to say reggaeton because it definitely is, but it's definitely got a little bit more.
It's like a tango.
It's like a tango, kind of vibe. So, like a little salsa, a little action.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this was great. I think very similarly to what Therese said, this melody is gonna get stuck in my head. This song is like very, very like earwormy. So,
And this is you. This is like you gotta stay up all night to edit these videos and make your masterpiece.
that's exactly. Listen, if you're watching this live, I need you to go watch the K-pop variety stream. I told Therese this is.
Oh, did it finally upload?
That video is my Groundhog Day. So if you need to, please watch that video. I
Yeah.
don't know
You
how.
poor thing.
I don't
You
know
poor
how much.
thing.
I don't know how much more editing I could have taken out of that. Uploading it, saying it couldn't be played, then taking it down, then trying something else, then taking it down again.
Yeah.
And I did that
We're
for
running
like
into
3
a lot of
3
copyright stuff.
So
It's reaction videos.
it's
Yeah.
reaction videos for you. Just join us on Twitch here. That's the best way to view it
Yeah.
all in an uncensored way. Not that we say anything really bad, but yeah, no, this was great. This one was a very fun one. I can see why this being one of your choices, Therese. So this is a fun
Yeah.
one. Joey says this is actually written about Bang Chan's insomnia, from what I remember. That would make sense.
It's apparent. That poor kid.
That yeah.
He's a workaholic for sure.
Hey, yeah, game respects game, so I got you.
Yeah.
I also think it's hilarious. Like, I would be curious to know if they just like paid like the old couple like.
Yeah, who are they?
Or if they're like a familial like relation. I feel like that would be more interesting to know. I don't know if anybody would know that, but I think that would be very funny if you're just like, hey, grandma and grandpa, listen,
Yeah.
my group has a music video and we need to subjugate you to some like things where we're like jumping on the bed or doing like, you know, touching your toes, like doing all this shit.
I don't think they were ever doing any of that. I think they were literally just lying there.
I don't know, whatever, something. We'll make it up.
They did have to show their feet though, so they got to be foot models.
Yeah, foot model. Yeah, exactly. You know, make sure you wash your feet first. You know, all that stuff. So, good moves. It would be interesting to find out. But this next one is Muddy Water, which, you know.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that. I don't know if it's a reference to Pokemon because that is a move in Pokemon. So my inner nerd spoke out to me. And I was like, yeah.
You know, maybe. I don't think I've ever looked up the lyrics to this. So,
all right. Well,
yeah, we'll find out.
I'm going to look up the lyrics. If I look up it, because this one is going to have the lyrics on the screen. So if I notice anything, I'll let you guys know. But this next one is Muddy Water. Do you know what release this is from, Therese, or no?
This is
Therese
from
the
tonight. Ordinary album.
Okay, cool.
I know this one because I was digging that whole album.
Okay, cool. We'll get into Muddy Water then.
Rain falling on my face and washing off that sweat off. Making me cleaner than the dirt on my hot top. Suffer from the words you throw at me, but makes me tougher. Energetic youngster like me, let's play in muddy water. Looking back at what you said behind my back doesn't matter, cause I'm a winner, strong believer. 24/7 with the members, scoring goals like a team player. Execute the shadows all around me, call me Demon Slayer.
선택 모든 새걸 좋아하는데 굳이 칙칙하는 동안 신지 않아도 돼. 떠올라 빡세게 묶고 당당히 걸어가다 보면 내 앞에 있는 것들 뒤에 서 있게 돼. 누굴 원망하는 것도 속은 아픈 척도 난 티를 절대 내지 않아. 유치한 건 별로. 원망하는 것도 속은 아픈 척도 다 튀어버린 지능 딛고 앞만 보고 달려가.
Feeling so fly, feeling so fly. Feeling so fly, feeling so fly. This my lifestyle, this my lifestyle. I'm breathing, working, moving, sit down and listen for once.
우린 going, 우리 말은 후회 내리는 빗물.
Oh, okay.
세상의 기준 너도 모르게 흠뻑 젖지. 탁한 공기 대신 맑은 공기 섭취.
Body, 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 water.
물을 잊지 말고 멀리 꺼져. 고인 물은 가리 고인 water.
This is our flow, just step off the show.
머리 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 water. 고인 지져 말고 흘러가라. 고인 물은 가리 고인 water.
This is our flow, just step off the show.
땀을 빠진 껌을 씹어봤자 내 입만 나쁘니까 배치 랩 받듯이 삐끗해도 행실은 반드시로 짠 듯이 약초 풍기는 내게 내가 튀긴 침 패브리지 한참 전에 내린 빗물 고여있지 아직도 나아감을 멈칫하게 만드는 과속방지턱 삐꺼 삐꺼 찍혀 도력도 피꺼 이미 내 발바닥은 네 바닥에 딱 붙어진 스티커 Going more 겨울 때려 보였군 제법 탁한 수질 오염 주범들 황급히 대피 흘러내려갈 또 피해 진상 규명 시급해 다들 랩이는 여금만 랩이고 나 몰라 잘못은 쟤네가 떠넘김 물통에 더하기 먹통 고구마 100개 먹은 듯한 기분이야 버젓이 고개를 바짝 쳐드는 거
100 sweet potatoes, what the fuck?
거리를 깨끗이 오늘은 내가 청소담당 Feeling so fly, feeling so fly Feeling so fly, feeling so fly This my lifestyle, this my lifestyle I'm breathing, working, moving Sit down and listen for once 우린 going, 우리 말은 후회 내리는 빗물 바꿔놓지 세상의 기준 너도 모르게 흠뻑 젖지 탁한 공기 대신 맑은 공기 섭취
Body, 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 water.
물을 잊지 말고 멀리 꺼져 고인 물은 가리 고인 water
This is our flow, just step off the show.
All right, guys, that was Muddy Water by Stray Kids. Not in relation to the
sickest
Pokemon movie.
beat.
Not.
I mean, if you're talking about like literal muddy water, yeah, maybe.
not not literal muddy. Well, in their case, yes, but not in the case that I'm referring to. So,
No, this is definitely
little bit
this
sad
is a
about
song
that.
about criticism, of
Yeah.
course. The haters and the comments.
Hey, I know what that's like. I have a YouTube
Ooh.
channel, so
Ooh.
probably not to the same extent though. I appreciate everybody that checks out my stuff, but this was fun. The sample they used was really sick. I love that piano
It
like
was
trill.
sick.
That was so sick. The way that they kind of also like really rhythmically switched up, like with the like skips and like the stops and just like everything about like the flow of the song really worked in their favor. What I really enjoyed was, I think it's either the pre-chorus, I think it is a pre-chorus, the way, or maybe it's in post-chorus, the way that like Changbin and Han trade off like words. I thought that's so sick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
obviously seeing it more in the lyric coded thing, it was really cool to see that like back and forth. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think also the way that Hyunjin and Felix also play off of each other as well is really, really tight. So I think this core group of four here, I think they really know how to work the song well together. And I think this one obviously highlights a lot of their skills interconnectively. If that's even a word, I don't know if now I made it up.
I think it is.
But let us know. But I really enjoyed this one a ton. I think that everybody had their moment of time to shine. But also I think adding a lot of like depth to having four people put a song together, I think that's pretty impressive. So this was a very good one. So if the rest of the songs off this album specifically are, you know, geared in that sort of direction of like being really intentional with like the writing, then I'll probably enjoy this album a ton. I know in the comments of part 2, I think a lot of people said Ordinary is 2 thumbs up.
It's so good. We listened to Dang and we listened to Maniac from that album.
Yeah.
So they have really good rhythms and really interesting, what you were talking about, the like gaps in the sound and in the rhythm. And it's really, I love the sample or like the backing track. It's kind of like anti-jazz.
It is a little, yeah, it is.
It's so crazy, like the way they sort of mixed it in with the beat they did. I'm in love. I'm like, this is my song.
It's kind of like a jazz hop song, you know. It's like kind of like a mix of hip hop and jazz. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Was that a thing? Jazz hop?
Yeah, I think there's probably like a subsection of that. I can't imagine it being very I can't imagine it being very popular, but
I'm gonna be number one consumer of jazz pop now.
Therese is gonna be number one jazz hopper.
And everyone's going to be like, who's your favorite hip hop artist? Who's your favorite jazz artist? I'd be like, I don't know.
I mix them together. I play one jazz song and I play a hip hop song and I press play at the same time.
Yes.
And I've tried to find a good mix, you know.
Joey says boom bap. Okay. I'm going to look it up.
Bap.
I'm going to get into the genre.
Very cool. Joey also
mixings.
said during one of their concerts, the vocal team covered this and the rap team covered vocal song. Okay. Very cool.
Cute.
Very cool.
Love those.
I'm assuming how many times, I feel like I have to ask Joey since you talked about it now, how many times have you seen Stray Kids live? Therese, and I'll also ask this to you as well. I think, is it what? Well, it's got to be more than once, right?
I mean, I went to 3 Stray Kids concerts, but I only saw them twice because of that one that got canceled. So.
Oh no. So you've seen them twice. You've seen them live twice. Though.
I saw them. Yeah, I saw them once in like 2019, and that was before I even knew all the members' names. And then I saw them again in 2022. I don't think it was this year. Was it this year? The Maniac tour? The Atlanta stop might have been. Someone remind me.
I don't know.
It feels like it's been years.
It's been You're like the Titanic meme. It's been 86 years since I've seen Stray Kids.
Well, because I was supposed to see this concert like 2 years ago.
Oh,
So sad.
oof.
But
Joey
never.
says they have seen Stray Kids 3 times. Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. All right. Well, the next song we have here is Megaverse, which now we're getting into the new stuff.
Now, yeah, this is the new stuff. So I haven't seen this music video. I've only heard the track, and I watched the teaser video.
Oh yes, let's
Yeah.
go.
So I'm excited. As I was listening to this whole album, I wasn't quite, like you hear music and then you listen to music. I felt like I was
Yeah.
only hearing the music. So I'm curious to see how it goes now. I know there was a lot of speculation around this being a rock album, and I didn't quite get that, but I'm kind of blurring my lines between what I think is rock and what is pop rock or whatever
I think you might have a good person to fill that gap here. So
Yeah.
arguably, you
Yeah,
know?
so you can tell me if these are rock tracks.
All right. Well, because
I just thought they were Stray Kids tracks.
well, because the song is the album is called like Rockstar, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought a lot of people were speculating that it's a rock album, but I don't know if it
We're gonna find
if it
out.
really was.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into Megaverse, guys. Oh, that was me. Like 5 minutes. That was me 5 minutes before we started the stream. Eating my
Let me
dinner.
finish this rice real quick.
Yeah, let me finish this rice real quick. He's like, no, not kids.
What is going on? Oh no, children! I guess they're not kids. They're like full-grown men.
Okay.
Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse.
What?
Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse.
Okay.
Yeah, Megatron! I love Transformers.
Ooh. Oh, the vocal layer.
인정한 내 목소리 you better run 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가턴 웬만해선 절대 누구에게 안 굴려 Stray Kids! This a Megaverse Big Bang The body's right Cause we make it rain Yeah, yeah, yeah This a Megaverse Big Bang Everything's right Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse
He was like me when I first listened to Stray Kids for the first time.
Yeah, for real.
I was like, what the fuck?
I swear I saw my coworker do this exact same thing. When she was getting into Stray Kids. Didn't read that.
Yeah, I also trying to make that out. All right, I think we need to go back to whatever that guy was writing in the crossword.
What were you writing? ABLO?
It looks
Oh,
like
Tableau.
Tableau.
Oh, okay. So
Okay. I have no idea.
oh,
what
so
that
Tableau is he's a prolific hip hop artist in Korea. He's done a lot of collaborations with K-pop artists. So Tableau was the cameo in this video, I assume.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I couldn't. I kind of recognized his face, but he was the guy that came up to him and was like, "Hey, are you okay?
Are you okay?"
I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah. Dancer Vixen says this song had a lot of samples from their previous songs. So I don't know if you were able to point that out, Therese, or not. Since I
heard
UB Stray
some of the
beef.
doo-doos. I heard I mean, I heard Stray Kids everywhere all around the world. They put that in a lot of their songs. I don't know if I heard a ton of the other. I think they're hinting at a collab. Oh, maybe.
Eyes emoji. Yeah. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I didn't hear a ton of the instrumentals of their previous tracks. I think it was just beats and particular points,
phrases.
maybe.
Yeah, phrases.
I'm definitely gonna re-listen and see if I can find them now.
As a rock stan, I can say that this is not very rock related. This is not
That's what I figured.
This is not rock affiliated. You know, I'm gonna
It's a lot more
I'm
electronic.
gonna draw a hard line in the sand and say this is not rock by any stretch. Is it a Stray Kids song? 100%. That is without
Is
a
it
doubt.
absolutely banging?
Is it absolutely banging? Oh yeah, absolutely. Is it a rock song? No. But I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's been interesting to basically go back in time, listen to like the solo stuff, and then come back into this, and then like be reintroduced somewhat to like Stray Kids again.
Could you point out more of the members now?
I can point out more of the members now, but I also think like I also feel like they changed up their sound so drastically over the years. Like I think it's like, and
True.
I even mentioned it in part 2, I believe, but like their evolution as an artist, a group, like I feel like they continue to kind of always like deliver on that like expectation, at least from my perspective of a new fan. I feel like they constantly are trying to deliver on that expectation of like, what can we do? What type of extra energy can we add into it? How can we kind of just like, how can we like push you close to the edge of overload, but like get you like right in that like sweet spot of like, this is a lot of shit going on, but like if you really focus in, we can give you, we're giving you like the top of the top here. I don't know if that made any sense to anybody, but if it did, let me know. But no, the song was great. I thought Han's part was particularly a part that stood out to me a lot, because I feel like he pulls a lot from like Changbin now in terms of like his rapping style now. Like I felt like it was way more aggressive. I feel like it was like way more aggressive than I've heard Han do in previous songs. So but I really enjoyed that a ton. The chorus was like, especially that first part of the chorus where Felix leads it in that like pre-chorus part. I was like, what are they gonna do? And they hit you this drop, and I was like, bro, what? Like, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But the song itself is like peak Stray Kids stuff, I feel, it's just everything. If you like any of like their title songs, I feel like this is probably I feel like you're probably gonna enjoy this one a lot too, from my expectation at least. What was your thoughts on this, Therese? Because you haven't seen the music video, but you've listened to the song though.
Right. Right, yeah. When I was listening to the song, I knew exactly, like, I was like, this is what I came here for. I wanted more choppy Changben's rap and
Yeah.
all of the beat switches that they've been doing a lot more
Yeah.
of. I'm
Whew.
into them. Like, it's kind of creating where they might have reused whatever beats from previous songs, or maybe they just made sister tracks, or like something that came from another track.
Hmm.
Adding that beat switch in there keeps it really fresh. So even if it might have been something that you heard from them, it's completely different with these changes they're adding. I also love all of the sound effects they use.
Yeah.
I think this video is so cute because of, this is you diving into Stray Kids, and it really is just as jarring. Like, they're just standing in the elevator waiting for you, and you're like, that's a lot of members. I don't know. You
I'm
start
trying to,
listening,
like,
and then they literally like push you through the glass door, and I'm like, yep, that was hands down the experience I have.
that was me. I felt like they were
Yeah.
I felt like they were pushing me through the glass door, you know.
I am in the Stray Kids hot mega purse. I am.
I am now.
I'm never going back.
I also feel like you gave me an internalized thought that I didn't even really think about until just now. But like when they're in the elevator, I'm just like, am I gonna remember all of their names? Like that was my my second thought was just be like, okay, this person's this person, this person's this person. Okay, I think we got it. Like I was trying to reassure myself in that moment because I know as soon as the music video goes, I'm probably gonna fucking
I also
forget all.
and I just made the connection because they start the music video in the elevator, and their debut track was Hellevator, where they were in the elevator.
There you go.
Aha!
There you go. Eureka moment here. But yeah, no, this was great.
Yeah.
Very, very much what I feel like if I was to show Stray Kids to anybody. I feel like this is. I don't know if this was a song I would choose certainly, but I think that I think it might be. But I think it might be, honestly, because it's got the energy. So I feel like Stray Kids is the type of group you're either gonna be like fully invested in, or you might not like. I don't think there's an in between. I think you're either fully on board or fully off the board. Like no in between. Dancer Vixen says it's a rock theme according to them, not an actual rock music. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So they're
it kind
the
of
rock,
makes sense. I think
the
it's
rock
about
aesthetic. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe, or more like we're rock stars now. Like we're so famous that we can call ourselves rock stars. Yeah,
that makes sense. I respect that. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this next one is La La.
The title track.
This is the title.
I'm curious.
Track.
Yeah, I've heard very divisive things on this. Not divisive. I've heard both, like, I love this and I hate this, or like this is my least favorite title track and this is my favorite title track, so by Stray Kids. So I'm curious what your thoughts will be.
Wait, so Megaverse is not the title track?
It's not the title track. That was the first track on the album.
What? Oh my god, holy shit. This is a first. I thought I was gonna get the title track first. This is a flex. I like this. I like this. Sneaky Therese. Anyway, and then Joey says they have a rock version. Oh, okay. For which
of Megaverse or of
says
of La La La. Yeah, La 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 has a rock version on their album.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to listen to that too. But let's get into La 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 La. I'm just gonna break it up because
4 laws.
4 laws. Okay.
Welcome to 경락 날 펴라 도시라 즐기면 그만 엎지구나 역동의 밤 지성면 걷고 생끝에 나 잡생의 고민 오케이 안에 벌집 도피 여기 벌집 벌투성이 피할 수 없음 소리가 무제 터치려 뱅뱅 버티던 머리 헤드 뱅뱅 맸던 허리띠도 꽉 메고 움직일 수 있어 어깨 좁은 게랑 날 짚어지 운채
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Scary.
Okay. Okay.
가리지 않는 so sick 어디든 흘러나오는 대로 move and show it 낮이고 밤이고 난 그로 살아가지 oh shit 피해 꽃없이 부딪혀 쾅쾅 쳐대자고 정적과 부정적 에너지 타파
I feel like they're gonna hit us with a big drop. Okay.
Fascinating.
Very interesting concept. What?
Okay, so there's 8 kids. So those are the kids.
Interesting. They are the Stray Kids.
Oh, okay. Okay, I have a lot of theories because this is I hadn't watched this music video until
now.
since it released.
Oh, okay.
So I was like half paying attention because it was early in the morning and I was busy anyway. But I was,
That's fair.
now I'm all in.
You're locked
I'm all
in. Locked in. Locked and
Stray
loaded.
Kids all in, like that Japanese track they have. My theory, first of all, I need to know what those Chinese symbols that were floating in the air meant.
That were
because,
disappearing. Yeah, they disappeared every time they
in
went
each
through a scene.
scene,
Yeah.
it's like one of them disappeared and then the other one disappeared, and I know that means like the meaning changed, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it was like the meaning of that symbol was disappearing because they took part of it out for this scene. I don't know. I need someone to explain. And
Context.
then I noticed I was trying to figure out what the pirate thing was about because ATs, who we're gonna cover pretty soon, probably next week.
Probably.
Or we'll see with Alex's schedule. But
Yeah.
ATs' concept is pirates. That's their concept. So I was like, are they coming for the ATs concept? Like, what's going on here? Like, obviously, like they're friends. They wouldn't steal anyone's concept. But I was like, what? Why are they pirates? And then I was thinking maybe it's like a Dead Man's Tale sort of throwback, or like they're trying to emulate Pirates of the Caribbean
Or One Piece.
and One Piece. Oh.
One Piece. I'm just
But no,
saying.
when we got to the bridge, there was a prominent cellist in the background. I don't know if you heard it, but it was very like
Yeah, I did
Pirates of the
hear it.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
It was very much like in that realm. So I'm like, okay, so maybe it's just okay. So Joey said that their version of a rock star is a free spirit, and who's a bigger free spirit than a pirate? So maybe that's the whole concept. And then they're like looking into their past as like kids that were performing for like a little small auditorium, and now they're straight up conquering the seas of K-pop. Yeah. That's my not even a theory. It's just all the thoughts that I had at once.
It's the Therese theory. I love that. Let us know what your best theory is on this MV in the chat.
Joey
or in the
said
comments.
the Chinese characters were joy, anger, sadness, and the last one that they forgot. But Joy was left at the end. Interesting. Joy is also the second meaning of 3 Chinese characters of the title of the album.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh,
I guess I'll get
there's
into my thoughts on
so
the
much.
song, because obviously
yeah, go ahead.
I am the musical aspect of this and not lore based in any capacity. I thought this was very good. Honestly, I was kind of expecting the song to have a little bit more like rock. I feel like it should have had like some more like rock guitar elements, like even like borderline like a little metal like guitar. I feel like that would have worked out super well. Again, I come from the realm of like metal music, so I feel like this song, it just screams like we should put metal guitar in this. Especially that like flyover scene where like I could see a guitar player like and a drummer like on the like in the back part of the stage towards the end of the music video. I was just like, man, it would have been so sick if they kind of like went a little bit more in that direction. I know Joey did mention that there is a rock version of this track, so I will go and listen to that. But I do think it would probably, I think their sound would lend so well. Oh, he said the law is metal. Okay, cool. That's good. That's all. That's all I need to know. So I'll erase my comment that I just made about that, and I'll go listen to the rock version because that's all I need to hear. But I think the song itself was very good. I couldn't tell if the beginning part of that song is like it kind of gives me sample vibes, but I like couldn't really point out what it is. For whatever reason, my first thought, my brain was like, is this like a like kind of like a? It kind of sounds like a Mortal Kombat kind of like, like trail kind of thing, which I'm not. I don't think it's 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. But it kind of gave me that vibe, which I was all about because I don't play a lot of Mortal Kombat, but I gotta say that their like opening songs fucking smack. So
I don't think it is a sample, and that's just me saying that from the experience of watching them create a song live. They'll literally just find some like random sound that they like and then start playing notes to it. Yeah, so that's kind of what it took me as. I know a couple of people, or the people that I talked to that didn't like the song, said that was a major reason why they didn't like it, was that sound.
What?
And I'm like, what? I think it's so
such a
cool.
sick part. Yeah,
but
I
don't know if it's. I don't know if it maybe dates us because it is kind of an older. It's like something you would have heard in I don't know, the early days of dubstep maybe. But I don't know when, but it's a little retro, I guess. So
it's a little, yeah.
I really liked it. Other people I've talked to did not like it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I think I'll probably enjoy it that much more because, again, as what Joey said, of there being kind of like a more metalized version of it. I just felt like the energy of the track really kind of just kind of leaned towards that.
You were itching for it.
That itch, yeah. I was like, there was an itch that needed to be scratched, and it was not scratched in this music video, which is not any That's not any indication that the song is not good or anything. But I've been really kind of loving the crossover between like metal and just like more mainstream media. Obviously I told Therese to check out the Spirit Box like Megan Thee Stallion collab, and like that to me is like, I love seeing that because I grew up with Linkin Park and like Jay-Z collabing together. So like I think for me it's like I've always kind of appreciated that, and obviously I know that Stray Kids is not like rap or anything, but I do feel like there's a lot of correlations between like J metal and J-pop and like I'm sure there's K metal stuff like that.
I'm so glad that you brought up like J-rock or J metal.
Yeah.
Do you know the singer Lisa, not Blackpink Lisa?
I do.
The anime singer Lisa. This album has a collaboration track with her.
What? Let's go! Oh, I'm so stoked. Hell yeah.
Yeah, get hyped. Get hyped.
I'm gonna be hyped.
Yeah, I was because that album or that song released before this album did, as its own separate collaboration, and they even have a stage together. And my hype levels were like up here. For those who don't know, Lisa or Lisa Orib, she's like a very prominent anime vocalist or like anime singer. And she's done stuff for like Angel Beats to Demon Slayer to
Yeah.
she's done like a ton of stuff and she's so cool. And
She is
like
so
I
cool.
was really hoping I will like okay, I'll temper your expectations because I was really hoping that their combination would create something even more chaotic, but it's not that chaotic. It's just a very nice song.
Okay,
And
that's fine.
it still showcases her vocals as well as Stray Kids
I respect
rapping
it.
a lot. But yeah, definitely listen to the album because you're gonna love that one.
I'm gonna give it a listen for sure.
Yeah.
At work tomorrow. But Joey says originally in Japanese for their Japanese album, but now they released it for the Korean version. Perfect. All right. Well, I'll have to definitely give that a listen. Appreciate the help here, Joey. But yeah, no, I thought this was very good. Again, excited to check out the more rock / metal version because again, I think that's gonna give me the energy that I think it's gonna give me that like
That you're looking for.
that extra push to be like, man, this is a good song. But yeah, music video was insane. I gotta give major props to the to whoever does
They're so
a
good
lot
at
of
editing their videos.
Oh God, it gives me such
The
appreciation for it.
bubbles when they were like dancing underwater.
Yeah, underwater.
Oh,
It was so sick.
so
Shout outs to there's this Facebook group I'm a part of, and a lot of them like highlight Asian people in like the entertainment industry. And I saw I don't remember their name, so I do apologize, but they have worked on like 4 or 5 different like K-pop music videos and doing like this, like a lot of editing, like the like a lot of the post editing stuff. So I got to see like raw clips and then like obviously the edited version. So it was very cool. So I'll try to see. I don't know if they have like an Instagram, but I'll try to link it if I can. But it was very cool. So big salutes to them because that is a lot of work. But the next one, Therese, we have on here because we're not done yet. We have one more, guys, for you. We have As Class
one.
and La 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 again, but performed
at the Billboard Music Awards this year.
All right, let's go. All right, this will be the last one, guys. Let's give it a listen. Both songs I like too. About it. I hope they have that giant squid monster again.
So high, I'll be the shining day and night. They wonder how my spotlight is so bright. That's me.
Oh, that's cool.
We get a little solo.
Yeah. Okay.
I love when they grab the camera.
They grab the
like they're
camera. He's just like,
holding on to you.
okay, this is what I was looking for.
They're so good live. Damn.
They're crushing it. Yeah, this version's better.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Oh. That's crazy.
Wow. Did they perform this? I don't know where the Billboard Music Awards were held. But it definitely looks like its own venue.
Yeah. Just the light sticks. Ooh. Yeah, that was
Sick.
that was
Oh my
sick.
gosh. I can't believe America saw that.
All right, guys.
Granted, I don't really know a lot of people that watch the awards, but
I don't. Yeah,
I'm sure there was a lot of
there's a lot,
of fresh eyes, fresh ears
Yeah, I
to
would
get
say
into the Stray Kids hot megaverse.
the Stray Kids hot megaverse. You're right. S Class was good. I was surprised they kind of kept it a little brief with S Class. They just gave you like a little baby taste, you know. And they're just like, here you go. But I will say, if Joey's still here in the chat, I will say that this, which he is, I will say that this version of the song is way more what I was looking for. I think if this is the rock / metal version, 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10, you know. I think it capitalizes on that great energy that I know and love from Stray Kids, but like puts it in a language that I already get already. So I feel like it was like it was right. It hit the sweet spot. So I gotta give him a lot of credit because that was awesome. So it definitely feels like, it kind of feels like I wouldn't be surprised if this winds up being like a OST kind of thing. I feel like it would be like a good like an anime OST opening, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, they have done an anime OST opening, so
I feel like I feel like this rock version would be kind of sick. Like, you know, obviously, rest in peace, Attack on Titan's no longer a series running now.
This would be good for Attack on Titan.
I was gonna say that would be.
Damn.
That'd be so hard. So I don't know. That's, if you got a hard anime, and let us know. But I feel like that would be a great opener track. But yeah, no, this was awesome. I think again, I can't stop talking about how good it is, and I will definitely go listen to the studio version for sure, Joey. 'Cause if it's this good live, then but I do like the energy of this. This was like they had so like I can understand like if I do get the opportunity to see Stray Kids live, then I probably will go just for this because obviously I've seen a lot of like girls groups live. I've seen two now, so I'm hoping to see maybe a guys group at some point. So Stray Kids comes around, I will go out and see Stray Kids.
I'll tell you the positives of guys groups is for men at least there's no line to the bathroom. And I don't know if that's ever a problem at girls group concerts because I don't stand in the men's line, but
I don't think it is.
And
no.
at a lot of guys groups, you're usually one of the older ones, so there's no line at the bar.
Wouldn't can't say that either because I am straight edge, so there would be no.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But you can at least get some refreshments, and
I would get a water. I'll be like, "Can you give me your finest water, please?"
Yeah.
But
yeah. No, I think they did perform full S class at the VMAs.
Yes.
And I think I actually preferred that stage more. Joey said there was no actual award ceremony for the Billboard Music Awards. They just announced the winners and had the small performances wherever the artists were. That makes sense because I was like, there's no way they brought this over to America. Like, there's no way they hauled that giant sign.
Yeah, that sign was massive. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I think it was really cool seeing them at the VMAs. Like seeing Taylor Swift react to them was really freaking awesome. And then it was the difference of Western performances to like Stray Kids performance where like all of the lights were going on all at the same time. And this one had like a more subdued lighting situation where they had the pyrotechnics at the end, but like the stage lights weren't blinding you. And the VMAs were like all over the place. It was crazy. And of course, they saved them for last.
That light tech must have had so much fun. He's just like, all right, I'm just going to keep swiveling them all up and down. Let's see what happens, yo.
And they saved them towards the end of the show to keep the viewership from the K-pop fans. I think TXT also performed, but I don't think I stayed up late enough to see them. I gave up. I was like, no, I can't.
TXT is another one we're probably planning on.
We're gonna have to get into them
eventually.
And 17. 17's the one that's they won a ton at Mama. And watch if you guys haven't watched it already, they did the sweetest acceptance speech. 17 did.
It's cute.
But yeah, so I did like this performance, but I think it was apparent that it was remote, and that makes me kind of sad. I liked seeing them on the stage with the other artists.
That's fair.
Like in front of everyone. I like a captive audience, so you can just log off this anytime.
Well, it was like a little. I agree with you because it's like you could see like where the barrier is, and obviously they couldn't put them any closer. Otherwise, it would be like a very bad civilian hazard of the literal fireworks blasting in someone's face. But yeah, no, I think this gives me way more of an appreciation for what Stray Kids does, and I think their translation of like what they do in K-pop to like metal isn't too far of a barrier to cross, I would argue. Like I think they
next
could...
is the Spirit Box Stray Kids collab.
No, that's not gonna I feel like they could do like another like Japanese group. I wouldn't be I would be very interested to know if like maybe like I feel like maybe like a 1OK Rock or something like that. I would be interested to know if they kind of would do any sort of collab. Or I know Sim is like a new group that's like in the J metal scene that does a lot. They just did the last, I think, or one of the Attack on Titan like anime OST openings. So I don't know, something like that. I feel like they would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know. I would love to see more collabs, inner collabs like that. That would be really sick.
I know they have done quite a few collabs. They did, I I'm like looking through a collabs playlist, but this is like their whole discography. They did a song with Alesso, and they've done Hyunjin did a collab with Pink Pantheress and
Wow.
who else was it? They've done a lot of like big name collabs. Troye Sivan, that was the other one.
Oh, Troye Sivan. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
Troye.
so I'm like they're already there. They're already at the level they need to be. They're reaching peak popularity in the United States specifically. I think everyone, as soon as I ask a person about K-pop, they're one of the
First
people that
groups.
they list as like,
Yeah.
oh, I know this group, or I've heard of this group, and people know that they write their own music, which is like huge because
Yeah.
that's like a barrier to K-pop for most people. So I think it'd be really cool to see them do more in America because that's where they're getting a lot of their accolades. I think.
Yeah. Well, we will see. Joey did say Han did a live performance on Lee Mujin's service and sang an excerpt of "We Are." Oh wow! Okay, that is very cool. Maybe fingers crossed that will happen. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no. I've enjoyed my journey with Stray Kids. I feel like I'm very surface level, but excited to delve more into their albums now that I've unlocked their albums. You know, I feel like I'm like, you know, playing the game for the first time, and then now since I've completed the game, now I can access DLC. So now I'm gonna unlock the DLC for Stray Kids.
Yeah,
for all you nerds out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You definitely have to check out their Japanese releases because they are sick. I know we did one in like part 2 for Top, but another one I really like is Circus.
Ooh.
And we can't do them too much on this channel because the
unfortunately.
Japanese
Japan
music
doesn't like
videos
it.
are under lock and key. So
They're in Japan.
yeah, but
they're in a safe somewhere.
yeah, you got to cross customs to get to them.
Yeah.
So
We have to watch them live. We have to do the meme of like the point meme.
yeah, but it's just so crazy to see them come so far. When I'm
sure,
like,
yeah.
This is definitely one of my baby groups of like, I don't know if I could say I stand them at debut, but I was definitely into them before a lot of people were into them.
Wow.
It's always the goal, right?
You're
to get
always
that
the flex.
hipster
Yeah.
status.
Well, now you're showing them to me, Therese. I feel like you
Being
should
able
have
to
even
see
more of a
them
flex.
Being able to see them perform live in like a school auditorium, like that's the flex, right?
That is, I mean, that's kind of a flex, honestly. I respect that.
It's still, you know, an American World Tour. It still counts, but the venue they chose was not it.
Joey says it's amazing, especially because they're initially really backed by the company. They were a project group that Bonchung created, and so amazing seeing them come this far. I think, perfectly related, and I'm excited.
We talked about it a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead. It's all good.
But they're consistently like breaking a ton of rules, quote unquote, and breaking the norm for K-pop, and that's how you get super successful is by like pushing the envelope. And I think they're seeing a bit of, I don't know, I'm just speculating that they might not have as easy a time in Korea as they do in America, because Korea doesn't appreciate when you break those.
They don't fuck
or
with the
push
rules.
the envelope
Yeah,
that much.
I got you. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's been apparent that they haven't been as appreciated domestically as they have internationally, and I'm really happy that they're doing well enough that it doesn't matter, because that kind of is make or break for K-pop artists. Is if they don't do well domestically and they don't pop off internationally, they're kind of done for. There's not much they can do if they're not grabbing the Korean public's attention. So the fact that they did all of this regardless of what the Korean public thought, and they kept with their production and the crazy shit that they do.
Yeah.
Like there's never been a compromise of like, oh, let's make something pop friendly. No, that's not
they
them.
go hard. Yeah. in fact, I feel like they go even more into like rock and other genres
Yeah.
where I feel like it's untapped potential that like other groups should, obviously take notice of. I always give a shout out to Dreamcatcher because they were the first group that we covered here doing the deep dives and stuff. So I always have a lot of love, but I feel like very similarly, like even listening to their new album Villains, like I really enjoyed that. I didn't know if I was going to like it, but now, I've been listening to it for the past couple of days and it's great. But I think very similarly to like Dreamcatcher, I feel like Stray Kids is kind of like that again, just as Joey says, breaking the status quo and like trying to do stuff that like hopefully pushes other groups to be a little bit more dynamic or a little bit more interesting, or not cave to the pressures of what other people in their circle might think. Like if you feel like it is something that you want to do and it's something that you should do, then you shouldn't back down on doing it. I mean, I feel like I could close up shop and not do YouTube anymore, but then I wouldn't be doing K-pop shit, and I feel like I could be listening to metal for the rest of my life and be like metal elitist for the rest of my life and have my arms crossed. But I feel like it's important for me to like, I think it's important for me to break that status quo for myself and like branch out to different genres. And some of that stuff translates over to this and some of it doesn't, and I can take some of this stuff and translate it over to the types of music that I always listen to. And so it's cool. So it's been really fun doing all this stuff. But this is the last one for Stray Kids as of right now. If we have another one, they probably will get thrown in a variety stream, but who knows, maybe we'll see what happens next. But I'm always looking forward to Stray Kids. I feel like they have such a great energy, and it's good to see that they're just crushing it right now. So maybe a tour 2024, I don't know, that rhymes, but who knows. US tour,
I mean, it's gotta happen.
It's gonna happen.
Too popular to not. They're gonna get into the arenas and or not the arenas. They're gonna get into the stadiums at the next point. Like they had to sell multiple dates for a lot of the places they went this year or last year.
Well,
whatever year.
Hopefully they'll come to Florida, Therese, this time around.
Oh my God! Please come to Florida. Do you know how many I've met that are from Florida that go to like freaking Michigan and shit? Like so many.
Michigan. Bruh.
I've met Florida K-pop fans in every single state except Florida. It's so crazy. Like we really got to travel.
Damn, yeah. Respect, major kudos to the Florida peeps. Big salutes to you. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I get it. It's hard to drive the extra 6 hours from Atlanta into a panhandle that you aren't sure if you're gonna have enough people there. You're gonna have enough people there. BTS sold out their stadium tour in Orlando. You're gonna have enough people.
There's K-pop people that live in Florida, okay?
Yes!
Oh my God. I don't live in Florida, but I feel like,
and that is not the last you'll hear from me.
Yeah, Therese will continue to be on that hill, so respect. I fuck with the vision, but thank you guys for watching. Well, like I said at the beginning, unfortunately, Alex is most likely not going to be joining us for the rest of this year. So you get me and Therese, which is really sick because Therese and I are on a mission to become best friends. So I think we're getting there. As soon as Therese starts cracking jokes about me, then that's how I know shit has really hit the fan.
Yeah.
But the next group I think we're gonna tackle possibly on Monday if Therese is feeling up to it. But I think we've been getting a lot of comments to do GOT7 Part 2.
Ooh, I would love that. It would be like a Part 1 because we haven't started. We started with their solo stuff, and now we want to get into the group stuff.
The meat and potatoes.
So yeah. If you want to check out the precursor to Stray Kids, GOT7, I think Wednesday might be, or Monday might be good, or Wednesday. I know since Alex is busy, that might be cool with him. But we'll check. We'll have to see what
if you're down for Monday, we'll do Monday because I know not this in a couple weeks. Actually, I can check my calendar here because I will be on vacation the second week into the third week of December. So
Okay. Yeah, just let me know.
So we'll keep your eyes peeled. Just follow us on social media.
Yeah, and we also wanted to get into ATs because they're doing a comeback pretty soon. But I know Alex really likes ATs now, so I don't think he'd appreciate if we did it without him.
We'll have to do it, but hopefully before the year's over with. But if we have any other groups that Alex would not like us, I feel like we should do day 6 at some point. I think the ones that we have coming up that we should do, Got 7, day 6. I don't know if there's maybe another group. Is there any other groups that we're
definitely
planning
17. I think people are gonna be
popping
really
off for 17? Yeah,
really popping up for 17 this year.
Okay, so we have 4. We have basically 4 choices, and today's the 29th. So realistically, I mean, we would have all 4 dates locked out if we did. If that was our next 2 weeks of
They
choices.
got pretty. Oh, they got a lot of discography. I'll say that.
Who does? 17?
All of the groups that we.
Oh, okay.
All of the groups that we talked about. They have a lot of songs.
We'll start it off with part 1.
We'll do part 1, part 1, part 1, part 1.
Part 1 of each. Yeah, unless you want to see back-to-backs, then we'll do back-to-backs. But
it's boy group December.
It's boy group December, baby. Let's go. And then, like I said, we do plan on doing live stages. I don't know if whether or not I'll get everybody on here to do it, or maybe I'll just kind of ask the fans to see what's good, and maybe Therese and Alex would join us. Maybe it'd just be Therese and I, but I would love to get into some live stages since I haven't done any live stages. I mean,
yes.
So
I even made a playlist based off of the my favorite mama stages this year.
Nice.
So
okay.
We got that ready. Whenever.
We'll have to do that because I know people always ask us to do live stages in the comments, and I feel so bad when I read them and tell them we can't do it. I feel like I'm always like the dad breaking the bad news to the kids. And I'm like, hey guys, so this year we can't do it. It's just not.
Santa's not coming.
Santa's not coming. Yeah, I want to do that. So we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it in the week between Christmas and New Year, since I can't imagine Alex being busy during that time. Maybe not, but we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know, or fingers crossed, Got 7 Monday, and I guess we're doing ATs Wednesday, maybe?
We'll ask. And you guys can comment.
You let us know. Comment down below. Let us know what's going on. But if you'd like to know when we go live, make sure to click the follow button if you haven't already, because that is the best way to be notified of when we go live here on Twitch. As well as that, I do try to post the VODs pretty immediately after on the YouTube page. So if you'd like to go check those out, that would be greatly appreciated, especially the one that we just...
And if it's delayed, it's... copyright.
It's delayed, then your boy is staying up incredibly late to finish it out. So thank you to everybody watching. I don't want to. I want to. It's actually the opposite. I do want to go to sleep, but the video is.
But I'm making my masterpiece.
I'm making the masterpiece. Yeah, exactly. So thank you guys for watching. I love all of you. We'll catch you in the next live. And thanks again to Therese for putting this together. Much appreciated.
Thanks.
See you guys.